India could emerge as Asia's strongest economy in 2022 to 2023. The reason for that is the back of robust domestic demand aided by economic policy reforms, a young workforce, and business investments. But why will India now become an economic superpower despite its tremendous economic growth? India's challenges as a democratic state are unique. The Indian state has a huge diversity of languages, religions, and cultures. It isn't built according to the classic European's recipe of one language, one religion, and a common enemy. Gandhi built the modern democratic Indian state, but he did it by overlooking deep-rooted divisions among Indians. So, here are the reasons why India will not become a superpower. Extremism. The political elite has transformed India's political parties into family organizations. Because of this, public institutions such as universities, the police, and the judiciary have deteriorated, and democratic openness is victim to corruption. The increasing gap between rich and poor. Witness Mukesh Ambani's 27th floor house for his 5-member family in Mumbai. Disastrous damage to the environment. Lack of regulation or corporate responsibility means water supplies are at risk, and people are breathing poisonous air. Irretrievable damage to health and resources continues, and no one is accountable. The apathy of the media. The media has essentially been co-opted by the government and corporations. Many journalists even retrained as financial analysts in the 1990s. No long-term policy. The political chaos that accompanies a pluralist system makes it difficult to form stable long-term policies. Territorial instability. The northeast and the northwest of the country, 3 of India's 28 states, are struggling for independence. Before becoming a superpower, India should first become a great power. This is defined in international relations as a sovereign state with the ability to exert its influence globally. We can count the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council as the United States, China, France, Russia, United Kingdom as great powers. They can influence global events because of their Security Council veto and their wealth and military power. In some of these states, like France and the UK, military power is deliberately being allowed to dwindle as war is less likely between countries today. But if we talk about the financial supremacy of India now, India is projected to have the fastest growth of any major economy in the world this year. A far larger number of Indians eke out living in the informal sector, and they have been battered by high inflation. The pandemic has magnified the divide, throwing millions of Indians into extreme poverty. India's economy contracted by 7.3% in financial year 21 despite well-crafted fiscal and monetary policy support. The pace of vaccination, which is increasing, will determine economic prospects this year and beyond. The World Bank is partnering with the government to create a better future for the country and the people. India has turned to subsidize fuel, food, and housing for the poorest to address the widespread joblessness. Free grains now reach 2/3 of the country's more than 1.3 billion people. Critics say that subsidies cannot be used forever to paper over inadequate job creation. Right now, India's real GDP growth rate and merchandise export growth rate for 2022 are projected to be the strongest at 8.2% and 7% respectively. Further encouragement to MSMEs, the agricultural and manufacturing sectors, will go a long way in realizing India's economic recovery. Thanks for watching this video, and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos like this. See you soon in the next video.